Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ryan here. Welcome to the channel. If you would, give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Biden drops out of the 2024 presidential race. We're looking at this live on Fox now. You guys just tell me what you think about this. Here we go.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox, and we have some breaking news as President Joe Biden has just announced that he is dropping out of the 2024 presidential race.
This means Kamala Harris
moments ago, you are taking
will take his spot
at the letter that he has just issued, and we are going to read it in its entirety. It says, "My fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We've provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today." It goes on to say, quote, "I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We've protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it had been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today what I have always, that there is nothing America can't do when we do it together. We just have to remember we are the United States of America." The letter signed Joe Biden. And we continue to follow this breaking news as we have just learned that President Biden has dropped out of the 2024 presidential race. And we were going to be getting to an expert, Keith Nahagian, who is joining us now. And I do want to, as
there's claims that Hillary Clinton's going to be running, but I know that Kamala Harris is going to be becoming the president after Biden drops out. But there's been talks about Hillary becoming president, or not becoming president, but running for president against Trump. I got a video on that. If you want to click up here with that pop down, if you want to click it, and watch that as well.
This is raw and unedited. I'm going to make sure that he can hear me, and so we're going to bring that up right now just to make sure that he can hear me. Keith, can you hear me? Okay, so we're gonna bring Keith in. We're going to bring Keith in right now. And again, bear with us because this is breaking news right here. Keith, you're here live on Live Now from Fox. I just want to make sure, can you hear me? Okay, unfortunately, for whatever reason, we cannot hear you. And I know that this is on the fly right here. So what we're going to do is, can you we cannot hear you right now, so why don't we're going to step away for just a little bit. We're going to work on your audio to see if you can eventually get your audio back up. So we're going to just pivot slightly. But again, we are following breaking news as President Biden has announced that he is dropping out of the 2024 presidential race. This, of course, was the big question for several weeks now, as more Democratic lawmakers have been calling for him to exit the presidential race after he had a very weak performance following the first debate with former President Trump in Atlanta, Georgia. That sparked concerns that he was not fit to run. He said that he was. He refuted any calls for him to step down, saying that he would not do so. However, after weeks of speculation, this just in, he has announced that he is stepping down. And I want to once again bring up this letter that he has just issued right here. And again, this is a letter that he has just sent out saying that even though he has made great progress as a nation and that it has been the greatest honor of his life to serve as president, he believes that it is in the best interest.
There's not, she's just going over the same thing. But there's really not a whole lot to say about it. Him dropping out. Kamala is going to take over from here. And then odds are Hillary Clinton's going to be going up against Trump to become the next president, or try to become the next president of the United States, which I hope and pray that does not happen. I hope and pray it don't happen. And if you agree with that, give this video a like. I think that's going to do it for this video. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Y'all take care. Peace.